Hello, we are live on YouTube. I am Anna, your host today. Anna, not a teacher, as you can see right here. Here in the main room, we have Márcio, Nondas, Tuani, and Bru. And we are going to talk about boundaries in relationship. Let's start with Nondas. Do you want to read and answer the first question?
Okay, sure. Does set boundaries mean that relationship is failing? I answer, so not at all in my point of view. I think it's important to set boundaries since the beginning of the relationship. And for me, this is the key to the relationship work well, because if there's no boundaries, and normally it doesn't work. So I think so. It's important.
Yes, thank you, Nondas. I usually bring easy questions in the beginning just to warm me up. But as this topic has a lot of things that I would like to talk with you, I bring hard questions since the beginning, okay? So let's listen about Bruna. Do you think this question is hard?
I don't think this one is, but the other ones are. I was taking a look at them, but it's okay. I think it doesn't mean the relationship is failing. Just like Nonda said, I think this needs to start in the beginning of the relationship, and otherwise we are not going to be respectful to ourselves. We can't accept everything, like things we don't like or we don't agree. So this should be important since day one. That's it.
Okay, thank you, Bru. I thought about this topic that you mentioned. When you set boundaries, it means that you love yourself more than you love the other. So if you do not love yourself, how could you love the other? But sometimes the relationship are so sick, then you feel that you love the other more than you love yourself. So you need to set boundaries, not to follow this cycle. Tuani, what do you think about the question number one?
I don't know, but because each person have opinion, but my opinion, I think it's important have limits, because each person continua have your life. Cada continua tendo sua vida. Então, acredito, I believe this is important. Have limits.
Yes, perfect. Yeah. When you have a relationship, you are a person having a relationship with other person. So if you do not have these limits, you will lose your characteristics, I think. Go ahead.
I think apesar of relationship, this as other relationship continua. But às vezes o assunto with other persons it's not mesmo assunto com as outras pessoas. Então,
yes, your life will continue even though you are in a relationship, and it's part of life. Totally. I really got your point. How about you, Márcio? Are you married? I think I forgot.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Sorry for being late. My life is a mess right now because I'm moving to Canada in 2 weeks. So I'm in a hurry. No. But let's focus on this question. Yeah, I believe that not only relationships, but all kinds of relations in our life need limits, need to set boundaries. And I do agree with you, Anna, and Bruna, and Honda's 20, because first of all, you need to love yourself. Okay, that's the first thing that you have to have in mind. And based on that, these limits are something natural, okay, that will make your relationship work. And yes, I am married. I've been married for 25 years now. Okay, and we of course we have boundaries, and it's very important to keep things work. Okay.
Yes, yes. I'm really happy about you, Márcio. Congrats to move. I think it's something that you really want to go. So enjoy this time. Guys, the question number 2 was based in a part of the video that says that if you like pizza, an example, the favorite food of one is pizza. And if she eats pizza every single day in every meal, she will fed up about pizza. So I bring the question number 2, that is so polemic. Does being naked as a normal thing, as an example, every day, but nothing have sexual interaction, can make your partner lose interest in your body? And then the part of the video say, when you overdo anything, you tend to get fed up. Let's start with Bru.
That's so hard. But at the same time, I think when we are in a relationship, being naked is normal, it shouldn't be a problem, so and I think interest, this is so complicated because it's not just about the body, there are more things besides the appearance, so I think this is part of the relationship, like being naked and having sex and doing this stuff. So I think this shouldn't be a problem, and I don't think being naked can make it happen.
Yes. I will not give my opinion. I will wait the end of your opinions. Márcio, do you think being naked make your partner lose the interest in your body?
Yeah, I believe I have a bit of experience, like 25 years married, and I disagree with Bruna, because it's really natural to see your partner naked, okay? But when we see the other naked all the time, okay, all the time, I think that's the problem, okay? Because it's something that can really make you lose interest. So we are maybe it's can be part of the boundaries, okay, that you naturally impose yourself. Don't have to ask the other. So I avoid to do that, okay, and I realize that my wife does the same. So I think this way things would be more interesting, because as you provoked in the question, when you see it all the time, you really tend to get fed up with anything. What you overdo, no matter what it is, okay, I believe that you tend to get fed up. That's my point of view.
Thank you so much. I love to listen from people that have different experience and different cultures and different opinions, because we learn a lot with each other. Tuane, do you think it's a way to fed up?
I agree with Bruna. This is normal in relationship, home. I married in 3 years. I never thought about this, but I think not problem. Até porque I don't know about isso. This not acontece all the time. I think so. That's
Okay,
it.
perfect. And you know this.
For me, I think that maybe can, but I don't know, because I don't have this experience for a long time. Maybe in the future, I really don't know. But now, thinking now, I don't think so. For example, I love my mom's food, and I eat this every single day, and I really love. I listen to forró every single day, all the time, and I really love this listening to, and a lot of things I do every single day, and I'm here, and I like, so I don't know, but I think interesting attraction is bigger than only body, so for example, in my point of view, of course, for me, and for example, it's very attractive for me, ideas, and I forgot the word, but interactions and different things but I don't know. I think that normally our culture superestima some kinds of things, and this is one. And about sex, sexuality, and things like that, it's important, of course, but I don't know. I think that maybe can happen, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I love to listen from you guys. Really interesting points of view. I need to confess that when I saw the video, and he was saying about to sufocar a pessoa, sabe? So in that context, he bring this phrase, when you overdo anything, you tend to get fed up. Then I remind about the naked topic that I already have another conversation about it. And oh my God, I thought, yeah, maybe people get fed up looking the other partners naked. But I remind about other things that I'm really into, another idea that says that our sexual interest is not related with the body's naked. Because try to think when about Indians, they live naked, and it's okay for them. So if you are a woman and you have a son, can you think that the son look for you naked? He will feel interested about your body? No. So I think the interest is not related with the naked body. But I totally agree with Nondas about the sexual interest, about the idea, about the behaviors, about the things that your partner do that make you feel interested for him or her. I don't know. But I love it, this point of the discussion. Question number 3. Do you want to read an answer, Marcio?
Sure. Nowadays, the cell phones are considered as the extension of our mind. is healthy for the relationship to have access to the partner's password? Well, I don't believe it's health. I really don't believe it. It's part of our boundary set. Okay, and it's not about trust. I think it's about respect. Okay, it's about individuality. So you have to let the other people have her individuality, okay, her space, and do not invade that. So for me, this is much more something about respect, okay, individuality. And I don't believe that it's a good idea to have total access to the partner's password, to the partner's cell phone. I'm not saying that you cannot see, okay? Sometimes that's okay, but not to, okay, you have my password and I have yours, and I don't think it works very well. And
Yeah.
regarding the question that we answered before, I agree with you when you say that to be naked, okay, is natural, but the point is not all the time.
All the time. Yes, that part makes total difference in the question. Tuane, what do you think? Do you have your husband's password? Do you think it's okay?
I have password my husband, but for me, it makes not difference. It's normal because I sometimes need phone my husband for shop and Shopee.
Yeah.
So not for me, not difference. It's normal, but I think so. I don't see any things dele. Somente Shopee.
Okay.
Só Shopee. And so for me, not difference.
I totally got you. Tuane, are you buying things without his consentment? Você tá comprando coisas sem consentimento dele?
Depends. Sometimes yes. Depois vê as compras. Mas okay. No, it's a relationship health. Tudo com consentimento, no final das contas.
Okay, I love it. I love it, your point of view. Bru, what do you think?
That's a really difficult one. I think it's important to take a look at the red flags. You know, if your partner has your password and you see you find them taking a look at your cell phone or once, I think this is a red flag already. You know, if it's like depending on the app, of course. Tuane was talking about Shopee. You know, then I think it's okay. But if you trust the person, sometimes you just need them to do something on your cell phone, and then you tell them your password. You know, and it's sometimes it's necessary for the other person to have your password. You know. To do something on your cell phone, to text someone else. And I think it shouldn't be a problem. But if you see something weird, something unusual, it is important to be aware. And I think it can be a red flag, you know. That's it.
Yes, I totally got you. I think each relationship has their own boundaries. An example here about me, we have no problems to share the password, and that's okay. But I know other couples that it's completely personal. And I bring this first phrase, nowadays the cell phone are considered the extension of our mind, and it's totally about this, because the cell phone is listening what you are talking when your partner is not there, and I think everything that you want to know, you share on your, you look for in your cell phone. An example, I always look for how to make a cake. So it's the extension of my mind. So it's really something, it's like your partner is inside of your brain, you know. So when the partner have total access of what you have in your cell phone, it's inside of your brain. So imagine this. I don't know. Nondas, what do you think?
I think that to have passwords not a problem, and not at all, because I'm single now. But if I have a partner, she will have my password, and that's not a problem for me. That's not a problem. But I got the question, and I think that the problem is have no privacy, and your partner use your password to spy you. That's the problem. Because sometimes another person needs your password even for security too, because I don't know, but maybe an emergency. So it's important to have, but spy your cell phone or your things, and it's very, very hard. And for me, that's the problem. And if, in my point of view, of course, if it's happened, the relationship already ruined. So no makes sense for me, at least for me. But have the password, not a problem.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, and I totally agree with Nondas. That's the point. I just remember that my wife has my password, and I have hers. Okay, but I don't use. The point is, I don't use this to spy her. Not the inverse happens. So that's the point. Thank you.
Yes, perfect. Marcio, as you said before, a little bit of a huge experience in relationship, I would like to ask the question number 7. Can boundaries change with time? Can you give us an example? An example again. In your relationship, something that was a boundary in the beginning of your relationship, and nowadays you change it, or it was not a boundary and nowadays you establish.
Yeah, I could say about this, what we're talking right now, about password, about cell phone, because in the beginning, when we were young and experienced, we tend to know everything that the others was doing, okay, and try to control. And as the time goes by, you realize that it's something about, as I said here, about respect, about give the other person space. Okay, so when you become mature in your relationship, you realize that that's a point that it's not important. Okay, that's it.
Yes, perfect. Tuani, about your long relationship, or about your long marriage, 3 years married. Number 7, can boundaries change with time?
I have 10 years of relationship.
No.
In totally, yeah. I think yes, because Sometimes things, algumas coisas forgotten, são esquecidas. Então, algumas coisas deixam de ser importantes ou você nem se lembra mais. Então, acho que por isso que podem mudar os limites. Porque você esqueceu, então tanto faz. Não tem mais not have preocupação e this forgotten.
Perfect. Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, I agree with you. We forgot some things that was in the past, and we are continually changing ourselves. So the limits, the boundaries will change also. So it's completely possible. Bru.
I completely agree with you, 100%. I think since we are always changing, the boundaries, they may change with us too, with time. I don't know if I have an example, but yeah, just like you said, like Marcio said about his relationship, maybe the one with the cell phone, or because I think when we start a relationship, and we understand, or we are trying to understand who the other person is, and then you can start accepting things in order to have a good relationship with the person. But then after some time you realize, okay, I was accepting it, but I don't think I like it. Like you realize you actually don't like that thing, but you were accepting it because you wanted to have a good relationship with the person. So I think this can be something else too. So you were accepting something, but when you realize you don't like it, or you are just doing it because you wanted to please the other person, then you can start like setting these boundaries. That's it.
Yes. I already remind about the beginning of my relationship. I am like 20, almost 10 years together. And as I am 27 nowadays, I consider that I was an adolescent in the beginning of my relationship. So we have access I have access to my husband's password, and more than password to his cell phone, I have access to his social media on my own cell phone. So it was completely toxic. And we just realized it nowadays that it's something that is not necessary. And I need to have my time with my friends. An example, open my heart and saying, Tuani, he did it, this, and I'm not happy with this. I need to have my own privacy. So nowadays we are changing, and we are changing so fast. And sometimes it's different to accept this, that something was okay in the beginning of the relationship, and nowadays it's not okay anymore. It's hard to setting boundaries when the things doesn't start in the correct way, but it's possible to fix during the journey. What do you think?
I think that it will change because the people will change during the relationship. That's the point for me. The people will change, the mind will change, and then the boundaries will change too. And it's normal. It's the normal flow of the relationship. I think, for example, passwords and social media and even credit cards and banking accounts. So things more deep. So, and for example, another things, the things that you share with your partner, and sometimes your beliefs, your experience in the past. So it changed along of the time. So it's normal for me, and it's necessary too, because when the limits change, normally the relationship is strongly. So yeah, I think it's normal and will change.
Yes, perfect. I totally got you. Guys, the question number 6. Boundaries can be healthy or unhealthy. No, not this one. Number 5. Boundaries can be emotional, physical, or even digital. Which are hardest to set? Bru.
Oh, that's so difficult. I don't think digital boundaries difficult, but when we are talking about emotional, I would say it's the hardest one. Because like sometimes you like the person, but thinking of you, and of your well-being, you have to make a decision and stop being with the person, or just stop talking to them for a while to think. I think when it comes to feelings, it's always really hard, because it's not only about us and our feelings, but like the other person's too. So I think this is really really complicated. But physical boundary is really difficult too. Like sometimes we use this as a punishment, like trying to like punish the other person. I don't agree with this, but it happens, and it's not easy to. I have already done it, and I don't agree. I wouldn't do it again. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's it.
Perfect, Bru. I that point you bring is interesting. I didn't think this in the beginning of this conversation, that we use physical boundaries to punish the partner, and that's really interesting. And I think most of the couple do it. An example: if you are upset, you will not touch, you will not hug, you will not kiss, and even having sexual intercourse. So it's a way to punish, or it's a way to show that it's not okay. Good. Márcio, what is the hardest one?
Yeah, I totally agree with what you and Bruna said, and I would say that maybe nowadays, maybe digital boundaries are the hardest, because as Suani said, as you said, in the beginning of the other fashion, you are an example of what not to do in the beginning. Okay, we all pass for this phase in life, and but I feel that many people are still struggling with this situation. Okay, because they sometimes don't know how to deal with it. Okay, how far they can go, how far is the boundary, the limits between to be curious or to spy. Okay, and I think that's it's something really tricky, really tricky. And what about you, Nanda?
Oh man, it's difficult. I was thinking here, and I really believe that emotional and physical are a little bit connected, because if you change your physical behavior, normally you affect the emotional, and it's really difficult. But I think that all kinds of limits of boundaries are difficult to set, and especially if you don't set in the beginning of the relationship. Uh, for me, this is very important. I was talking in another meeting, in a Tammy's meeting yesterday. I think it's important to, in my point of view, of course, it's important to be alone for a good time, to know deeply yourself, and to be more responsible, and to understand you more, your limits and things like that, to and then enter in a relationship with your partner. So I think it's very important to set limits and in the beginning of the relationship. That's the point, because if you set, normally um you don't enter in all kinds of relationship, and then it's easier to set boundaries. So it's depend on, in my point of view, your partner. If you have a good partner, if your partner is comprehensive and understand you, and the connection, it's dependent of the connection of the couple. So, but it's hard. I really believe that it's important to set in the beginning, but if you don't set, I think the the physical is difficult, because, oh, I have my own space. Oh, you don't love me anymore. So it's hard. It's very hard. I don't know.
I think my face shows you that I really do it. No, I'm kidding, but the physical, it's really hard because sometimes people are, is just upset with his life, or he's not in a good mood, and it's hard when you need attention in this day, but you need to respect his space. About the digital boundary, you guys said about spying, but we didn't mention it that some partners are trying to control us in the social media. An example, I don't want you to post this kind of photo. I don't want you to talk with this person. I don't want you like this kind of picture. And it's a huge boundary that we always need to talk to set it. That is just this way to talk, then you will set this boundary. Tuane, in your opinion, what of this is harder?
My opinion, I don't know. I never thought about this. Maybe digital and physical, in contest in my profession. Maybe the teacher, sometimes.
Yes.
For example, na avaliação física, esqueci. I don't know, não sei como a outra pessoa pode ver, dependendo de uma avaliação, né? O parceiro. But for me, not problem. But in others relationship, I don't know. But maybe digital and physical.
Yeah. Now I will bring a huge question. Here we have 2 physical educations, and I am a physiotherapist. Nonetheless, what do you think? When Tuane, a woman, make a physical evaluation of a man, do you think she will have the same problem as you, as a man, making a physical evaluation of a woman? I don't know if it's clear, my question.
I don't know if I really understand your point, but I think Tuane has a different problem, and maybe harassment. It's the biggest problem for her, and for me, normally, even because I have a lot of girls in my team, and so it's very hard to my partner understand this, and normally I receive a lot of photos from from
Yes.
this person. So it's very hard. Normally the jealous from my partner is a problem, and another people that I am I don't know avaliando. Maybe don't feel comfortable to share photos or to stay in baking. So it's hard.
Yes, I totally got you. And I think even though you have the same professions, you will not have the same problem. She's a woman, and when she needs to evaluate, to assess a man, it's not so, I think, in my humble opinion, it's not so common, a woman harassing a man. But for us, that we are women, a physical education, an example, you are a man, so the woman sometimes is not so comfortable with you as a man. So we have this huge problem in the society. Welcome back. Karina, Yas, Charles, how was the conversation? Karina, what was the highlights in your room?
Was good. I can talk some subject that I didn't know. I didn't know, but I didn't expect, and we reflect about some things in your life and your relationship. And I learned some new vocabulary and express. I think it was good.
Good, amazing. Charles, how was it for you?
Oh, we work in the border, our English. It's okay. It's one more great conversation. Yours is very sharp. All right, that's
amazing.
it.
Yes.
It's a tough question all the time when you bring in the Friday for us.
Yes. Guys, now I would like to share you my screen really quick because I want to show you something. Just a second. Okay. Now, guys, I will show you a function of our site that I don't know if you know. Here, it's our Talk and Talk site. Here, I'm singing on my account. So I will show you how you can find the questions for next conversation. So you go here, Talk Pro, and here, Planner. I am a assinante. I am part of this. So here you can find the next meetings. An example, this is my meeting. And if you click here, no more, you will find the questions. And here you can open the meeting. So if you cannot schedule this meeting, you can open here, even though you are not scheduled in this meeting, okay? So I will give you an example, this junior meetings. You can click here and you can find here. You can connect to the meeting and you can find his questions. Okay, so it's a way that you can go there and you can learn before the meeting. You can take notes about some vocabulary that you want to use during the meeting and things like that.